I like you getting your spirit back. I
Uh,
like it.
yeah, welcome to Humanity Unboxed. Morning, Michael, from a
Good
little bit of a
morning.
chilly space in this
Chilly
northern
space. Yeah.
hemisphere. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Um, how are you? You still on a different time zone? We've changed
Uh,
times now. It's such a weird
yeah. I
thing.
love that. It's so confusing for narrativers. I had to send you texts and everything. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, which is fine because
And
we can keep it on your time, and then I get earlier. It's such a weird
yeah,
thing, though. They say
yeah.
they're giving more daylight, but there's no more of anything. It's just to
No,
mess
more
with the,
daylight to work. More daylight to work.
yeah,
Everything system relevant is always to make us better worker bees. AI, the computer, cell phone. It's never for the private people. It's
no,
primarily and private people privately use it then,
yeah, but it's
to
also not
create
for
their
our
own stuff,
well-being. It's not to
Yeah.
be good for us in any way. It's just to
It's
have
not
more
natural.
working
It's not
time.
natural.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Um, I only found out a couple of years ago about before the Gregorian calendar, the one that we're using now, this
Mm.
space starting from Samhain or Samhain,
Yeah.
is we actually didn't have months or time allocated. It was just the rest period. It was just
Yeah.
going into the darkness and the cold and being,
Yeah.
using the stuff that's been harvested and resting. It's such an important part of our cycle, which we now have more daylight to do more stuff in. Sucks.
Yeah. It's making us more busy.
Yeah, yeah. We don't want to be busy. Busy's bad. We want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Slow down, not accelerate. Slow down,
yeah.
and do
Especially when it's cold.
the quality of being. It's not the first we got to be, and
Mm,
then the quality of being, and not just crazy. That just fast and faster. I said that with AI. I was in one of the Hope's journeys, and I said it's unbelievable. Everybody's just pushing how fast it goes. And it's AI was made to be to do all the system work that we have piled on each other and
yeah,
created, which is okay.
yeah,
That would be perfect. But it was not to kill us. It was not to get sentient. It was not to get. That's a complete different uh, science. That should be it should be only here to accelerate and make us better worker bees anyway, and make this with quality, not with speed. Because if you have computer glitches, what does the speed help?
everything goes. Yeah,
Yeah,
but we don't want to be worker bees. We're not worker bees. We are
no,
creative, collaborative creatures. So
yeah,
we can't. Yeah, to distinguish that part, I think we need to really focus in, and this kind of what we're talking about today is the frequency of love, not the emotion. Love is an emotion. It's got different lenses. We can look at everything from different aspects. But if we see love as a frequency, I don't know, maybe our what do you call it, default, we are love, that is our
conscious,
frequency.
conscious. It's the resonance of collective consciousness, which constantly changes. It's coming in now. It constantly changes, and that's why love. When we what we define as love, when we are in the now, we are aligned with the collective consciousness,
Hmm.
and when we feel this, uh, 8 billion people feel this liberation of self, of the one of oneness, then uh, th- then we say that's love. So we all call it love, but you and I cannot even say red. Is this red? My right looks different than yours,
Yeah,
and that's what we keep saying. We keep saying we got to be one on one, and it is not emotion of it has emotional triggers. It triggers emotions,
mm,
because when you are the one that you are supposed to be, you are free, you're liberated, you are part of one, you feel all these things, and that
mm,
gives things. But it's not love. It's not my love that I I feel that you feel a different love, and that's
Yeah,
why even couples don't feel, when they're not aligned through the collective consciousness, then they can't be, they don't know what to do,
yeah,
because everybody feels it different.
yeah.
That's why the
And
dance is
sometimes you don't
important.
feel it. Sometimes it
Yeah,
does. It's not.
yeah.
It's
The
not
man is in love with the woman, and the woman is not in love with him, and they're good friends, but they're not in love with each other. And
Yeah,
then so you gotta be aware of that, so that you don't say, "Oh, what did I do wrong?" You didn't do anything wrong or right,
no.
because
Well,
if
even when we love each other, as friends or
yeah,
partners, or there are times when we don't feel that as
yeah, we
our
have feel hate.
frequency. Feel hate, yeah, to
Yeah,
put it
exactly.
bluntly, and
Yeah,
other emotions which pass through us distract us then from this base frequency. I mean, there's so much that distracts us from this. I was helping my daughter revise for religious studies yesterday. Oh my goodness, Michael. I got myself all worked up about this whole love.
because you condition your child. They condition,
They're trying, they're trying,
generalization is conditioning your child, and
but
you feel
it's
your,
messing up love. Like
yeah,
now what is
because
love?
it's not a general, it's not there is no precise linear description what love is. See,
Well,
I
there's no
have,
judgment in love. Love doesn't
no,
say if you don't do what I say, then you will be
there's
punished.
absolutely no judgment. It's the
No.
collective consciousness. What you do is what you do.
Yeah,
And
especially if I give you free will, but then I
yeah,
say, oh, but you chose the wrong thing because I've decided that this is right and wrong,
yeah,
and now I don't love you anymore. So now I'm going to send you to hell and you are going to
yeah,
burn for
yeah.
eternity. How is
It's
that love?
insane.
How is that love?
And I can believe that there's taught today still. I yeah,
Yeah,
understood when it was taught in this physical uh, illusion in the past in my mind, but
yeah,
not now. I thought people are more aware. It's like almost saying, yeah, men should rule the world and women should do not. Why
yeah,
would you? This is what we always say. Why is when we figure out something, we are not changing right away and let that go. I mean, you know,
exactly. But now there's a contradiction in, you know, because we're talking about Christianity, Christian beliefs in this way that it's being taught in the school as the baseline, I suppose, for Christianity as a religion. Um, and surely we've moved past that aspect of rules and, you have to be a good person to be loved, or you have
and
to,
I define good.
yeah,
I'm the
I
see
tell you
the
what good
religion.
is.
The religion defines what's good is.
Yeah, yeah,
So that doesn't work,
yeah,
because we keep saying the should is what you should do is the resentment, the highest resentment in the world, because everybody's a 101. And when I tell you you should do this and you tell me I should do this, we're creating resentment.
yeah, yeah.
So we
But
resentment at you and or myself. So
yeah,
either I take that should and say, yeah, I should, I really should. Yeah. But
yeah.
ultimately I create resentment. When I find out, I create resentment against you and
And
not leaving
also
that.
against myself, because even though purgatory, for example, isn't necessarily part of each religion,
Mhm.
it is built into each religion as a, you got to punish yourself if you've done something wrong, because you have to
Yeah.
repent, you have to kind of, I am a bad
Mhm.
person. It's like crazy that we still, even in this frequency of judgment and, I don't know, um what do you call it, duality, good and bad, right and wrong. Even evil, they've divided into moral evil, which is human, or what do they call it, natural evil. So like hurricanes and earthquakes and stuff is evil, but it's not. It's crazy. You can't even make it up. But yeah,
I mean, I don't understand when I'm aware that I hurt you
Mm.
or hurt myself. Why would I keep doing it? Unless I, you know,
Unless I'm
unless
not
I
aware,
like hurting myself because I get payoff, you know?
or I'm not aware. I
Yeah,
think I'm aware, but I'm not showing it in my actions.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is not also when you have aware, it's automatically because you are clear of a belief you had or wrong. And
Mm.
once you're clear, the belief leaves. So awareness is basically a cleaning out. It's you're not, but in the system, the awareness is not cleaned out. So when you have knowledge about something, it should be updated. The system should be updated right away, and say
Yeah.
no. Tomorrow we don't. It doesn't matter if we have still a million stock we need to get rid of. No, we stop it, and we are not allowing monetary value change that because humans are one. Without
Yeah.
humans, there's no money. We don't need money without humans.
Yeah.
So,
And money can't
so
help us if there's a hurricane or an earthquake then we need to help each other.
other, yeah,
Then we rely on
it's
each
always the
other.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9/11, all this stuff. It just we always have to help each other.
Yeah.
When shit hits the fan, when we created it that far, we have to help each other. I mean, we that's to prove
And
each other, you know,
yeah.
that
And
we have
that's a
to help.
frequency. That's not an emotion. That's not, oh, I am overwhelmed by love. It's just it's something that we fall back into as to this is my this is my whatever home. This is
That's
my
me. That's
yeah.
me. You
Me.
home. That's your
Yeah.
home. And you and I bring each other in their own home, in
Mm.
that by the resonance. But it's not. We don't
Yeah.
have a relation. We don't have we are not boyfriend and girlfriend. So
Yeah.
that's that's you know, you and I, we bring each other in the. That's why Soraya. That's why we do 70
Yeah.
podcasts. You know, uh, when we have the puzzle fit, uh, there's no. I mean, there might be.
There's no separation. There's no,
Yeah,
yeah, there's no, I'm going to push you into down the whatever.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to push
Exactly.
you away. I'm going to pull you in and
And
not
now,
even,
and we both are upping each other. There's
yeah,
no. It's always win-win. We don't even look at win-lose. It's not
no.
about me or you or anything. Yeah,
But it's also not about help. It's not like, oh, I'm helping you out or you helping me out. It's
yeah.
about um this,
Equality.
yeah, yeah,
True equality of different things. So
yeah,
then the energy frequency holds the different. So we are exemplary how two even genders
mm,
can be equal without saying that they're equal. We're not
yeah,
promoting that that's equality. We feel it, we experience it, and
yeah.
that's so powerful. We experience it and like to experience and see how far it goes, and then
Mm. In a from a perspective of what's the word, re-establishing self-agency for each of
yeah,
us
yeah.
as a
Self
you know
control, agency is control, right?
yeah, but
It,
your
it's
own
actually
control
not
of yourself, not mine
the
of you.
self. Yeah,
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 self. Yeah.
the self. It's the self, the being of two selves, right?
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah.
two selves create a being. We are being in a two self mode, and
Yeah.
that aligns to the if that's possible, then that aligns to collective consciousness, and that's when you feel the love. Then it pushes you in the now, and then you and I don't have to be 15 hours to just show up for half an hour. We
Yeah.
we just we just are.
Yeah.
We don't prepare and anything, and we just are. Make it.
Yeah. Yeah. But we do it even if we're not sure if we feel like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Even when it's difficult, or
yeah.
it's different, or it's whatever. It's not because we um, always feel that way. We
Mhm.
do it because we know that we become more through doing it. if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it pulls you right out of any crap you're in. The crap is
Yeah.
what you create. The crap is where you misunderstand, where you distort it. There
Mm.
is no crap. There is no crap.
Yeah. There is no.
There's no. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You distorted. You misunderstand something. You were
Mm.
conditioned, and all of a sudden, and you have to do this. And it's not that the crap is bad. The crap is here
Mm.
to allow you to see the way, allow you basically the way. Because when you
Yeah.
get fear, then you go pull into must be something else. Must be something else. Even
Mm.
if you're afraid, you go and go and go, and it's only a problem when it gets so extreme systemically
Mm.
that you're in fight flight all the time. That's. But we have to go through this too right now. We have to go. The world has to go. I mean, I'm not saying it's necessary. There's other ways, but I feel we need to have 60 wars. We need to get the wars. We need to repeat the past till we
Mm.
get it. We have done it 7 times. This is the 8th generation of humans. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it
It,
just
and
it just is. It just is, and I'm a part of it. You are a part of it. We are, even though we don't like it, but
yeah.
perhaps because we don't like it, we are amplifying it. So we just say, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. But we don't have to like it.
No, no, you don't condone it. You don't condone.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying you condone child molester or whatever. You don't condone that ever.
Mm.
But I'll say because that's distorted,
Yeah.
because it's not natural, and
Yeah.
and so and so it is what it is because these people involved have to resolve that in the
Mm.
collective consciousness, and the choice is to lighten up or to go in the dark to lighten the dark up. So go so
Yeah.
long in the dark till we till the whole lightens the whole thing up, or there
Yeah.
comes a new solution, comes a completely new solution. Like now
Well,
with the
everything.
UFOs. Now with
Yeah.
the UFOs.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
doing just about everything at the moment. We've got huge hurricanes happening in Jamaica,
Yeah.
earthquake in Turkey. Alaska had a huge evacuation. There's riots and things happening in different countries in Africa. I think Congo is one, kind of Gen Z standing
Yeah.
up and saying, we don't want corrupt governments anymore. So there's a lot of shifts happening on a Earth is earthing level and a humans are humaning level. And
Yeah.
once we find that balance of doing it together, that would be pretty cool. Where we can
Yeah.
say, we don't stand for this. We don't stand for genocides or
Yeah.
men in suits running the world. It just doesn't work that way anymore, and we don't consent. Yeah,
The problem is how you're gonna do it. See, there's enough
yeah,
people. I think the way of how we're gonna do that, even if we're completely aware that this happens, that
mm,
there's war is business, politics uh, out for themselves, not
mm,
for usually never have had a job before,
mm,
never had to experience what we experience every day,
mm.
and then they make laws about that, and they try to manipulate us about this. How do you get into that? Not somebody else picks up the flag because I believe firmly that it doesn't matter if Hitler, somebody, the collective consciousness creates a Hitler, and if it's not Hitler, then it's Frank.
Yeah,
Then it's Frank.
yeah,
It's like it's somebody else, and
mm,
that's why you say just is. If that's not it, that you can't suppress the energy. Like you can't suppress like love. You cannot suppress the love, and you can the fear. You cannot suppress them. It
yeah.
needs to come through in order to experience it to grow. So you experience the
If there's
emotion and grow.
awareness, if
Yeah,
there's awareness. So I think the way that it has become such an imbalance is that awareness hasn't been a priority. So if I look away, then it's not real. You know, if I pretend that I don't see what's going on, then it's not really happening. where now it's being pushed into awareness. It's like, no, we're not doing this anymore. We have to stand for something. That doesn't mean we have to stand against something else, but we do need to be aware of the impact of, one thing on the other, or whatever it is, the butterfly effect. Otherwise, what are we doing? Are we just, putting our eye flaps
But
on and cruising through, and then what's the point?
but radical dualism goes into non-dualism, goes into in the form of there's various stages. So
Mm,
I think there's one stage where we interact, and when the one stage pushes the other, which is the DNA. So when
yeah.
I'm fight flight is a different. Because in fight flight your survival, because life is essential. We're coming here to live, not to die.
Mm,
It's a natural progress to die, but it's not wars or
mm,
making diseases for people or anything. And when that hits the fight flight area is cutting off the thinking, because in on that level we are aware that, or we know when it comes to only using the brain, you're going to screw up when you're
mm,
not having the understanding. So your mind is good for solving uh, something once it happened,
yeah,
the resolve. So this,
yeah.
and but the creativity also. So this happened. So what can I do? And that's good. And it's not like, oh, just be in the moment. Yeah, no, that's when something has happened, you can look for it, but you cannot look in the future. And
Yeah.
and 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 you can make the illusion of, okay, how can we prevent that? But it really doesn't work, because
Mm,
the brain only works with what happened, and
mm.
then taking that's what we're doing right now. We're taking it and bringing it into awareness. But
Yeah.
we cannot say, you and I cannot work on the future awareness.
No, but we can work on the current awareness, and sometimes the brain isn't using what really happened. It's
Yeah,
creating its own story. So
its own.
within
Yeah,
that, in that awareness, we need to make sure that what we're working with is maybe that unconditional love, or on that frequency of
yeah,
unconditional love, so that we don't get confused and start blaming and saying this is creating a story that isn't necessarily the past or the thing that happened, because there's also a gap there, and
yeah,
that's also where I think a lot of control happens, especially when we talk about religion, or dogma, or things that people have used to exert control over larger groups, especially when they're in fight or flight.
yeah.
Then it's much easier to control. So if we put you in fight or flight, then we can kind of feed you shit and keep you in the dark, like a mushroom. But yeah,
But then also
when
when
we
you go
take
up,
agency, we
that's also
go,
good.
okay, that's not right, that's not right, but that's not real. Yes, I'm
It's
here to live, but I'm also here to experience life, and this isn't just me. Like, my
yeah,
soul is much more than this body or this life, surely.
yeah. And we say that all the time. We say when the big and the billionaire think the same things, 70% or 75% about money, the one losing it and his position, and the other to get the position or gaining money. So uh, this was really interesting. What came in when you said that was that it's amazing what comes out right now, right? All the revelation, right?
Mhm.
And when we see, oh my God, we were so pulled on our nose around,
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
just pulled in this direction, that way, and we believed firmly that this was happening.
yeah.
And then, but perhaps, I'm just saying perhaps, I'm not saying it
Mm,
is. In my perception, when we understand it, we will also, when we understand, first it will come all out. It has to happen. You have to accept that you're angry.
yeah,
Then you can ask, how did that anger come in, and
mm,
why do they suppress it? Yeah. So
yeah,
we know now, and so wow, they were so massive, powerful, the people, What is if they were just the teachers
Mm.
of the good? They were the teachers of the negative influence. So we are really ready to accept the positive influence and find out the ways and saying, oh my God, if they can do this in the negative, we can do this in the positive. What is if that if that's the thing? That is really for me, a perspective that is super. I had yesterday a friend of mine had her dog barking at her, and I said, just say, and she was annoyed, and I say, that's what I'm saying. Then the annoyance of constantly everybody manipulating everybody and not telling the truth. And I said, thank the dog in my mind, and tell the dog you love it. And thank you for the message. The dog stopped. I've never seen that. It was yapping and yapping and yapping, and when she did that, it stopped. It's like, and she gets annoyed about things. I know that, and when she thought that thing, it stopped. And perhaps it didn't go forever, but in the moment, and when you experience that, you get empowered. When you experience your boss was doing this thing, you experience that, and if it goes this way, I can do that way. We know it's all perspective,
And it's the same thing as the light and the dark, all this judgmental form that's being called love versus unconditional love. So we can't really understand unconditional love until we've experienced this version that tells me I'm going to burn in hell if I don't.
Exactly what we just experienced, saying, look at that perspective, because we're not, of course I feel, because it's not human, it's not benevolent, I'm not condoning wars. But if the moment I stopped, in my perspective, I wrote a lot of papers about war and stuff. The moment, and I wasn't against it, but I wanted to resolve it. And the moment I didn't, I said, just this, what is if they show us the thing? That's what we just said. Then it just is. That's why you see something. That's why the conditioning of media, that constantly the same. You just have resentment against everything, and resentment is the brake. The put you in the gas, and then you don't do action either. You don't. I said,
this is where self-agency comes in as well, because you can choose. I don't put that on anymore because it just makes me angry, and I don't want to be angry, and I can't do anything about it.
You have a choice to.
So I can choose not to.
Like, a person that gets on your nerves constantly. You tell him, hey, and you send him love and everything, but you don't send him love blindly. But love is a dissolvent. It dissolves the stuff. So when you give it, I send you basically collective consciousness. I sent you that.
I don't have to be with you. I don't have to.
I'm not. No, because you're not. I can't dance with you.
Yeah, I don't want to dance. But I can still love you.
No, you constantly step on my feet. I can't dance with you. I can't dance. It's incapable in my position. Perhaps in 10 years I can, but right now I can't. Because to be in them now, they're saying, "Oh, it will go away." So many women or men take the abuse and say, "Oh, it will work out. It will over time." That's not.
And what is so they diminish themselves because they're not respecting that self-agency
themselves.
Themselves
and the other. So you only disrespect somebody else when you don't respect yourself. You only judge somebody else when you judge yourself. It's all a reflection. That's why the dance and the love, that gets you to the unconditional love. By saying, I love life because I'm in it, and I'm part of it. I'm not condoning. I don't condone anything. It's about the condoning, right? People say when you love it, you condone. No, I'm not condoning it.
No.
Ever.
No.
But that's the people that kill each other.
Yeah. And the thing is,
they need love.
We don't understand it because of all the the ways that we've been introduced to it,
Yeah.
and that's the sad bit. So it, for me, it does take that turning inward bit to go, hang on a minute, that doesn't feel right. I feel more aligned, or connected to being in this frequency. And
Yeah.
sometimes those people take me out of it, and therefore, oh, I'm just going to be here on my side. At another point, maybe we can connect again, or maybe I can listen to the news again, which I don't think I will, but whatever it
Yeah.
is. But in this moment, I choose
To be
not.
happy.
Yeah,
I choose a happier. It
yeah,
doesn't need to be absolutely fit. You're constantly choosing moment by moment what is more thing, and not that's not selfish and narcissistic. No, what is for
yeah,
me, for my one-on-one,
yeah,
the better, more pleasant. Even say it like that, more
yeah,
pleasant experience. Not that you want to be lazy and get drunk or whatever. No, you want
yeah,
to be pleasant. You want to. This is pleasant to me. Have a glass of wine. Not like getting hammered, but
yeah,
I want to read and do a glass of wine instead of hearing the yapping of my grandfather or whatever, or for my kids or whatever. And it has nothing to do with family, because family is another system things
mm,
that is also conditioned. So because it's so extreme, the family is so extreme, and
yeah,
we have talked about this. Family would do to you like they promote the system promotes family, but the people in the family would do things that nobody ever would do. And we know
yeah.
that the killing
Well,
killing
well,
is usually a thing,
mm,
and cheating and everything else.
mm,
I mean, I told you about myself. It's just
yeah,
people in the family and experiences always with everyone. Perhaps that's a belief for me,
mm,
but I've experienced with other people where the family does things, to older people and
yeah,
whatever. I mean, I'm flabbergasted.
yeah.
You know,
Which what I'm hearing you saying is that that's not the what's the word? That's not the standard, or the it's a label, isn't it?
normal, natural,
Yeah, it's
natural.
not
It's
natural. But
it's
family can
this.
also be loving, and family can
No,
also
it
be
can be the
irritating.
best.
And you know what I mean? So, but you
Yeah,
still need to be you. There's still a one of oneness that you need to
yeah.
connect to. And sometimes that aligns with friends or families or not. Yeah,
Spiritual. I mean, the spiritual family versus
yeah,
the physical family. Because I remember I'm growing up in my in when I grew up, you took still what the family business was.
yeah,
You try to get in there,
yeah.
but I know so many friends that didn't want anything, and they
Mm,
didn't want to be a doctor. But the
mm,
father said, "You've got to be a doctor. I pay you this and whatever." And they
yeah,
got thing, and by that, if you don't want to be a doctor, why do you want to be a doctor? If you
yeah,
don't want to be, you want to be an artist, and you cannot be an artist because you have to be something linear.
mm,
Why? You
yeah.
know?
Yeah, and but that comes with awareness. That comes with I'm not just I'm tapping into unconditional love, because if I tell my children I love them unconditionally, then I don't care if they a demolition man or a rubbish man. I just care for them to be happy in whatever they
Yeah.
do. That for me is
We
unconditional
have a
love.
we have a janitor,
Mm,
and this janitor is so happy being a
yeah,
janitor.
yeah,
I learn from him every day. I love this guy. I talk to him
yeah,
all the time. I can't wait to meet him because he's to be so fulfilled in something so system irrelevant. I mean, it's
yeah,
system relevant, it needs to be done,
yeah,
but it's irrelevant from the status. See,
yeah,
this is interesting too. The system makes, oh, we need the sewage cleaner
yeah,
and all this stuff, but we don't want to respect them by giving
yeah,
them, a pay or a title or anything. For
yeah.
me, I call him the mayor. I call
Yeah,
him the mayor. I say, "Oh, the mayor," because he said, "You're the mayor here. It's like you bring peace. The people talk to you. He talks to all the people."
yeah, and he probably
Eh,
knows everybody, and everyone knows him.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love that,
he's
and that's a
wonderful.
brilliant way to kind of end this.
Yeah,
I was saying to Scott the other day, it's sad that people, especially in this culture, people don't see each other. Like I know the barman at the rugby club, and when I come in, he's got my drink ready almost.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. Yeah.
now there's a new bar lady, and she knows now what I drink. So when I walk in, he's told her, but he's also told her that maybe she's going to try the glühwein this time. So there's a connection. There's a
Dance. There's a
experience happening.
dance. There's a
Yes,
dance with you.
exactly. And I love it.
And they
It
love,
makes me
they
feel
love,
valued, and I hope they feel valued because I know their names,
yeah,
and I know who they are, and they
yeah.
bring joy to my life. So, it doesn't matter what they do, it's who they are.
The dance is so wonderful, and you love to do it because it's not genuine. When I say, "Oh, you want the glühwein?"
Yeah.
That's like, "Hey, Michelle, you always drink your cider, but why don't you want the glühwein?"
Yeah.
That could be, and in that I dance with you is
Mm,
the unconditional love. It's like
exactly.
I don't want anything out of it. I
Yeah.
just want to give and I receive
Yeah, and
the
even
resonance
in that
from you.
dance, there's a difference because
Dance,
I don't like their rugby team and they don't like my rugby team, so we
yeah,
can banter about it. And
exactly. In dancing, yeah,
there's a dance even in that because I don't care what your rugby
creativity,
team is or
and the
whatever.
creativity, the
Yeah,
creativity of the dance of I'm my team and you are yours.
yeah, yeah. We're not
It's
separate.
the
We
create.
still like rugby, or we still
Yeah,
like to dance with each other.
rugby is the heaven.
Yeah,
Rugby is the collective consciousness,
yeah,
and we are and we are dancing in the dance,
that's it.
to execute that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. As different parts of each other.
exactly. Yeah,
Well, I love dancing with you. Thank you so much,
I
Michael.
love it. I feel the love every time. I feel the
Um,
unconditional love every time.
yes, that's very good. We will dance.